And I need a break because it is exhausting time to be alive. Between talking about Trump, drinking, curling up in the bathtub, and being asked to leave Home Depot, I barely have time to talk about one of Trump's most corrupt underlings, head of the Environmental Protection Agency and man who learned to smile from an enchanted doll, Scott Pruitt. Among other things, Pruitt regularly flies first class when his predecessors flew coach, and he wanted to spend $70,000 to replace 2 desks in his office suite, one with a bulletproof model. And Pruitt had round-the-clock security costing nearly $3 million. One former coworker said he wanted to be treated like he was the president. Well, now he's under investigation, so congratulations, Scott. You made it. Mwah. Pruitt also had a shady sweetheart deal renting a residence in Washington that was partly owned by the wife of a top energy lobbyist whose firm conducted business before the EPA. Even worse, Pruitt was slow to pay the rent, and his lobbyist landlords became so frustrated by their lingering tenant that they eventually pushed him out and changed their locks. It's like the plot of a sitcom. Which reminds me, coming to CBS this fall, Kevin James is the roommate from hell in This Is How We Pruitt. Is that on? Is that on? That's coming on. Only CBS. Only CBS. He's a good man. Now, Pruitt was such an unwelcome house guest that one source told Politico Scott Pruitt is the Cato Kalin of Capitol Hill. I don't know. I see him more as the O.J. Simpson of the environment. But wait, there's more. Apparently, after taking over the agency, Pruitt wanted to refashion the EPA's challenge coin, a type of souvenir medallion. Okay, let's take a look at the EPA's challenge coin. And, okay, Scott Pruitt is not wrong. That kind of looks like non-consensual groping down south. But that wasn't Pruitt's problem. He didn't like the EPA logo because he felt it looked like a marijuana leaf. The only way you could think that was a marijuana leaf is if you were already high. Dude, you ever notice how much that logo looks like pot? Look at all that water. It grows its own bong. So, Pruitt wanted to remove the EPA logo from the EPA coin and replace it with symbols more reflective of himself, like a buffalo to evoke Mr. Pruitt's native Oklahoma and a Bible verse to reflect his faith. I bet I know which Bible verse he wanted. And lo, Abraham took Isaac to the mountaintop where, thanks to the lifting of burdensome regulations, they were able to dump sodium benzoate into the Sea of Galilee. As one EPA official said, he would have turned it into a Pruitt coin. Well, if he really wants a Pruitt coin, we're here to help him out. May I present the official 2018 Scott Pruitt EPA Challenge coin. The border is 18 security guards holding hands to protect Pruitt, who's inside that private plane pictured here. And on the other side, the new official EPA logo, a pile of burning tires. Fun fact, 1 tree dies for every coin made. It's not made of wood. Scott just personally poisons a tree each time they make one. We'll be right back with Diane Sawyer.